Recording in progress.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Okay. So the chapter was the matchless gift, and we are reading from this. I think it is second last or last chapter, and
It's the
we
last
are
chapter.
reading last, right? Yeah. So actually, Srila Prabhupada is explaining mainly about the devotees, and he's also giving us an idea about how the yogis and jnanis think, and how they are different from the devotees, and how Krishna is actually the cause of all these people. But what pleases him most is the bhakti. Like he says, manmana bhava mad bhakto. So all these things we have read. So we will continue. Yeah, a little bit from the previous session. How can peace in the material world be possible when Krishna, the creator himself, says that this place is meant for trouble and miseries? A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punar Avartino Arjuna Mam Upetya tu Kaunteya Punar Janmana Vidyate. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery. Punar Avartino means you have to come back. Punar Avartan. Punaravartan. All the places of misery wherein repeated birth and death takes place. But actually he is also saying, although Prabhupada just gave short because only for the context, but Krishna is also saying, if one comes to me, then punarjanma na vidyate. So there will be no punarjanma if one comes to Krishna. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Not only in this world, this world full of suffering, but it is also temporary. So Krishna has said this word also about this material world, dukkhalayam ashashvatam, means miserable and temporary. One cannot simply agree to go ahead suffering the threefold miseries and stay here. Even that will not be allowed. In this world, we will not only be punished while staying here, but he will also be kicked out at the end. One may accumulate a large bank balance or an expensive home, a wife, children, and so many amenities, and he may think, I am living very peacefully. But at any day, he may be told, please get out. Why? He will ask, it is my house and it is paid for. I have money and a job and responsibilities. Why should I get out? Just get out, don't talk, get out. One day a man sees God. Oh, I did not believe in God, he may think, but now here is God finishing off everything. Thus it is said that the demoniac recognize Krishna at death, for it is at that time that he takes everything away from them. Why do we want to see God as death? When the demon Hiranyakashipu saw Krishna, he saw him as death personified. But the devotee Prahlad saw him in his personal form as his beloved Lord. Those who challenge God will see him in his ghastly aspect, but those who are devoted to him will see him in his personal form. In any case, everyone will ultimately see God. A person who is honest can always see Krishna everywhere. Krishna says, try to understand me, try to see me everywhere. By way of facilitating this method, the Lord says, Raso aham apsu kaunteya. I am the taste of water. When we are thirsty and need a glass of water, we can drink it and feel happy, understanding that the power of water to quench our thirst is Krishna. Similarly, as soon as there is sunrise or moonshine, we can see Krishna, for he says, Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayo. I am the sun and moon, and their Prabha also he is. At a further stage, we can see Krishna as life force within everything. He indicates in Bhagavad Gita, Punyo Gandha Prithvivyam cha Tejas chasmi vibhavaso Jivanam sarva bhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. I am the original fragrance of earth, and I am the light in fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. Once we understand that all things are dependent upon Krishna for their existence, there is no possibility of his ever becoming lost to us. So Krishna will be never lost to us. He will always be there before us. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord indicates that all things abide in him in both their beginning, in their end, and also in the interim state. Etad yonini bhutani sarvaniti upadharaya aham krishnasya jagatah prabhava pralayasthatha mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. Of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world, know for certain that I am both its origin and dissolution. O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, Dhananjay. There is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls on a thread. So, like the necklace looks really good, but nobody is able to see the string of the necklace, right? Because it is inside. But that string is actually holding all the pearls. So similarly, Krishna holds everything. Everything is dependent on Krishna. All the planets, everybody's life air, the taste of water, the taste of fruits and vegetables, whatever we can think of which gives us pleasure, actually that comes from Krishna. So Krishna is already giving us so much pleasure, but sometimes we lack in chanting or become very lazy or something. So we are not able to sufficiently reciprocate to Krishna, and actually that causes dissatisfaction in our heart. We will not know it that this is causing dissatisfaction, but that is the real cause of dissatisfaction, that we are not able to sufficiently reciprocate to Krishna's love. Everything whatever we enjoy, we like eating or watching or whatever, Krishna is the heart and soul of it. Krishna is easily visible, but he is only visible to those who are devoted to him. So right, like we are reading this, and when you will read Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, Krishna is telling all this raso aham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayo pranava prabhasmi shashi suryayo. I am forgetting that verse, but yeah, he is telling that in everything I exist, then it is possible. Like punyo gandham prithvivyam tejas chasmi tejas chasmi something. I am forgetting all the verses, but anyways, he is saying that I am the gandha of Prithvi, means the fragrance of earth. And we see that if the apple doesn't have fragrance, then it will just taste like a potato, because their texture is same. But because of the fragrance and the texture, the taste arises. So that is Krishna is in the background. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavrita mudho ayam nabhijanati loko mam ajam avyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. Right? So many people will just eat an apple, they will like it, and then they will eat next, or they will eat something, they like it, and they will eat next. But for us as devotees, as soon as we like something, our thoughts go to Krishna, that wow, Krishna has created this. Or if we see a beautiful flower, then we see, wow, what a beautiful creation of Krishna. Like that, our thoughts go. But those who are not, those who don't practice devotional service, Krishna is not manifest to them. Their thoughts don't go to Krishna. Or who are practicing devotional service only externally, even that kind of devotees cannot think about Krishna, right? So even under devotees there are many categories. For them I am covered by my eternal creative potency, Maya. Thus the deluded world knows me not, who I am unborn and infallible. So materialist people don't know Krishna. He is unborn and infallible. Infallible means his word never fails, or he doesn't fail from his position as well, ever. Even though he comes as a cowherd boy, he doesn't lose his position as a supreme personality of Godhead. This eternal creative potency or yoga maya, which obscures Krishna to the unintelligent, is dissolved by love. So there is a curtain of yoga maya before the those who are not devotees of Krishna, and this curtain can be dissolved only by love. This is the verdict of Brahma Samhita. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti. So, you know what is Anjan means in India? Anjan means the kajal.
Okay.
Yeah, the people that put in their eyes. So, Premanjana, Anjan and Prema. So, here is a Sandhi or junction. So, Prema and Anjana, those who have the Kajal of love or the Anjana of love, then, and they see through the eyes of bhakti, right? Those Santa or those sadhus always Vilokayanti, see Krishna in their hridayeshu, in their heart. One who has developed love for Krishna can see him within his heart 24 hours a day. So Prabhupada ji has paraphrased this, because this is not very detailed book, just for like new people to just read and get acquainted. But here is the detailed meaning. He also describes that in other books. So Premanjana means having the anointment of love in our eyes. Those who thus see, and because of that kind of eyes, love filled eyes, we not only see Krishna everywhere, but actually we are able to love our fellow members also, who are in the world. So we don't judge anyone, we try to understand people, we try to do our best possible effort to, serve them. All these things come when we start acknowledging Krishna everywhere and serve him. Those who thus see Krishna are not anxious because they know where they are going at death. One who has taken the gift of Krishna consciousness knows that he will not have to return to this material world to take another body, but that he will go to Krishna. It is not possible to go to Krishna unless one attains a body like Krishna's, a Satchidananda Vigraha body, a body full of eternity, knowledge and bliss. One cannot enter into fire and not perish unless he himself becomes fire. So that's why right now we are in process of purifying ourselves. So our senses are getting purified. How? The tongue is getting purified because we eat only Krishna prasadam, right? Our eyes will get purified only if we are watching something related to Krishna's pastimes or related to devotees or something like Goswami's stories are there, and like this Mahavatar Narsimha movie had come. So those kind of things, right? We are hearing, either we are hearing the glories of Krishna through bhajan or through lectures, or we are reading ourselves and hearing, so this way all the senses are getting purified and sanctified, right? So a time will come when all our senses will become spiritual. That time we will become Satchidananda Vigraha body. And then we will be completely eligible and qualified to serve Krishna in Golok Dham. Right now we are serving Krishna in his Archa Vigraha form, in which he has manifested as a Murti form, right? Um, but then we will actually serve Krishna in Golok Vrindavan, where he will play with us and he will, have exchanges with us. He will literally talk with us. Although all those things we can, realize now also when we serve the deities, because deities sometimes speak also. In Mayapur, Narsimhadev, one time the pujari, he took away his Narsimhadev's red eyes. Okay, they were replaceable. So he thought that they are looking too ugra. So I will take away these eyes, and he put green eyes instead. So there was sound coming. Okay, give my eyes back. Yeah, that's a story. So deities also talk. But those who are closely serving the deities 24 hours a day, they can see that, hear that.
I'll
Even
tell one more story that I heard from Vrindavan in Banki Bihari temple. The pujari was saying that so always when they'll serve the prasadam, they'll put kheer in the front and then remaining everything. One day, what happened? The pujari forgot to put it in the front. He put it in the side of the plate.
uh,
The first was the rice, and then there was kheer, and they covered the screen. When they took out the screen, there is a foot mark on the rice. That means the Krishna went on top of the rice to eat that kheer.
right.
So sweet.
Amazing. Yeah, if you will read story of Sakshi Gopal, so
Yeah,
the deity actually walked.
worked. Yeah, you will not turn back.
Yeah.
So I'll be following with you with the payal sound. There is a
Yes.
sound will be coming. But what happened is like no, his leg was inside the sand, so the sound stopped. So then
Oh,
he thought like that God, where is God? He is not coming. So he turned. So the Krishna stopped there, and there is the Sakhi Gopal temple.
wow,
That was the
beautiful.
story.
Even Jagannath Ji's stories, so many
Yeah.
stories we have heard that they spoke and they gave darshan in dreams and they gave some message
Yes,
by
yes.
speaking. So many good
Recently, one
stories
story,
to
like
it.
last week only, one of the person came. I mean, he was crying because his son is unable to speak. He's in coma, kind of. He was unable to move his hand. So that person was crying in front of Jagannath ji. Like, I went everywhere. I'm not getting any hope that my son will be cured. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling so unfortunate. I'm so sad. And he was literally crying. And he brought his son, and then the pujari, put them front of near to the deity, and then the son started moving his hand.
Wow.
Oh, and the next day he came, he was like, he was saying that I am smiling with his hand moved for the first time I saw, and he was smiling, and it's like, oh, first day he was crying like a madman because he lost all his hope. So miracle happened so many times
So
we have heard.
heartwarming. Yes, 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 absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Madhumita, even like blossoming of a flower is a miracle, you know. Our feeling satisfied after drinking water is a great miracle. Our body itself is a great miracle. We ourselves don't know how it works from inside, you know.
Yeah.
These are all miracles. But
Right.
what you are explaining is actually mercy,
Yeah,
that
mercy is
Krishna is just so filled with love that he's
because
so ready to give to his
yeah,
devotees.
yeah, that is the message that when you ask something from your pure heart, God will definitely listen to that because
Yeah,
he knows that this is coming from pure. I mean, there is
yeah.
no, because as a father, you will feel that pain. So,
Exactly. So when there is no impurity, and that's
yes,
what Prabhupada is talking about when we will have a Satchidananda Vigraha body, means a pure body, right? So
Yeah.
that time we will be able to associate directly with Krishna.
Yes.
So, right here, Prabhupada is saying, similarly, one cannot enter into the spiritual realm in a body that is not spiritual. In a spiritual body, one can dance with Krishna in the Ras dance like gopis and the cowherd boys. This is not an ordinary dance, but the dance of eternity in the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only those who have become purified in their love for Krishna can participate in it. One therefore should not take this process of Krishna consciousness as something cheap, but as a matchless gift bestowed upon suffering humanity by the Lord Himself. So beautiful. Simply by engaging in this process, all the anxieties and fears of one's life, which in actuality revolve around about the fear of death, are allayed. Means they will be removed. So here
Finished.
this matchless gift chapter ended. Ooh. So we have finished the book today.
Yeah.
Woo! Hari Bol!
Very full.
Oh, so wonderful, so wonderful. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Do you want to discuss anything?
Mm, Nothing is coming right now to my mind.
Yeah, all this is pretty straightforward, and Prabhupada is like excellent writer. He writes from his heart, really
Yeah.
straight from his heart. He
Yeah.
has so much to say about Krishna.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So yeah, I love these last few lines. I mean, it's worth reading one more time. Simply by engaging in this process, all the anxieties and fears of one's life, which in actuality revolve around about the fear of death, are allayed. But before that, one therefore should not take this process of Krishna consciousness as something cheap, but as a matchless gift bestowed upon suffering humanity by the Lord Himself. Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll stop the recording. So here we end this book.